Have you decided that you would love to move to the country, but you are also concerned about the extra costs of living in a rural home? Well, stop stressing, because in this video, I am going to outline the most common extra expenses that living in the country entails, so that you can get back to your country home search knowing that your budget makes sense. Be sure to watch to the very end of the video, where I share with you one of my biggest budgeting tips that will help make those extra seasonal expenses much more manageable. If we haven't met before, my name is Danielle Wilson, and I help families just like yours buy the types of homes that really make them happy and sell the homes that are no longer serving them in the beautiful community of Thunder Bay. One of the most common extra expenses of rural life, at least in northwestern Ontario, and particularly in the Thunder Bay area, is that of heating and hydro. Many of the rural homes that come up for sale, particularly those with larger acreages, are generally older homes, and they require updating to increase their energy efficiency. They are also generally situated in areas where there is not access to natural gas or municipal hydro, which means that homeowners are responsible for the purchase, delivery, and storage of their own heating fuel. I can tell you from personal experience that when the propane truck pulls out of the driveway, it can feel like your retirement savings are leaving with it. In terms of hydroelectricity, rural homeowners are responsible for the maintenance or replacement of poles on their property. With the use of alternative heating sources such as wood or oil, increased home insurance rates are typical for rural homes. I have generally found that rates definitely vary depending on which insurance company you contact. Living on a well and septic system also means that you really need to budget for maintenance, repairs, or even replacement should something go wrong with your system. Water and septic issues can be a total nightmare, particularly if you don't have the funds to correct the issue. Costs associated with extra vehicle maintenance are also something to consider. With longer commutes, and sometimes on gravel roads, wear and tear as well as quicker vehicle depreciation are both really important considerations. You will also want to ensure that you have the equipment that you need to deal efficiently with snow removal and yard maintenance. Long driveways and large grassy acreages generally make for extremely tedious work if tackled with a snowblower or traditional lawnmower. Sometimes you can negotiate these things into a purchase, but it really depends not only on market conditions, but also on any previous commitments that the seller may have made. One of the things that has come more to the forefront in the recent years of COVID is that of rural internet speeds. I'll be totally honest, I had tried every service provider available to my rural Thunder Bay area over the last several years, and the speeds were terrible. With so many people working from home and children being homeschooled, rural homeowners are spending a lot of extra money to have good, competent internet speeds. Recently, I've started using Starlink, and so far that's been an awesome option. One important tip that I've learned over the years to help soften peak seasonal expenses, such as heating fuel and fluctuating hydro rates, is to average out annual expenses in these categories and to pay those utility companies in advance on a monthly basis, so that you aren't stuck with one big bill at the start of the season. This is particularly helpful if you aren't great at setting money aside for these specific purposes. What are your biggest budgeting concerns when it comes to planning for a house to live in the country? Have I missed anything? Leave a comment in the comment section with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. If you would like to have a more in-depth conversation about moving to the country, definitely reach out. I'm more than happy to help.